Erica Kirk's PR team is doing the most. If you're new here, Erika Kirk went into hiding. She went into hiding for about 10 days. There was no woman on a stage in a sparkly pantsuit. There were no pyrotechnics, no Erika Kirk. Not that we asked for Erika Kirk to begin with, but there was none of that for 10 days. She was experiencing so much pressure because people were accusing her of kicking her husband that she had to go into hiding. She had to disappear as the pressure mounted, and she just vanished, okay? And as these rumors swirled around how she was somehow involved in her husband's, she laid low and let her PR team handle the talking. Anytime we get a break from Erika Kirk talking, we take a deep exhale and we enjoy it because we know it's never gonna last long. So Erika Kirk let her PR team handle this, but naturally, her PR team responded by telling a celebrity gossip magazine exactly what you would never say to a celebrity gossip magazine on the record, just making things worse. And then she made a move so wildly nonsensical. I had to really just go outside and touch some grass. Will and I had to go touch some grass to make sure we were reading English here. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly what the heck is happening, where she's going after this disappearance, and how she somehow continues to make things worse and weirder every single time. So stay with me. And real quick, if you're new here, I'm Lauren Paritra. Willa Paritra is my four-legged boss, daughter, and co-host. She's taking a big snooze right now. We'll show you her at the end if she so chooses. But we're going to ask you to take a moment to make sure you're subscribed. We're now available wherever you listen to your podcast. So look out for us on Spotify, Apple, all the places. Give us a rating. We currently have a lead on Katie Miller, the woman who married Stephen Little Bitch Miller on purpose. However, we do not have a lead on Turning Point USA, and we do not have a lead on Erika Kirk, and we need your help to do that. So make sure you follow us across all social channels, wherever you listen, and give us a comment, a rating, a share, a save, comment 6 words or more, a hype. Hype is our love language on YouTube. We cannot do it without you, and consider every action an F you to Turning Point USA and Katie Miller, because why not? So while all of this is going down with Erika Kirk, the accused pursuer, Tyler Robinson, is just chilling in Utah in pretrial. His lawyers want cameras banned from the courtroom. The judge is going to decide that on May 3rd. There is a gag order in place, which is doing absolutely nothing to stop all the TikTok detectives and internet sleuths from really taking some theories and running with them. But Robinson's defense also casually mentioned, and they have a point here, they still have not seen the weapon. Just a fun little procedural detail there. And also a note, we have to South Park our words if you want us to be able to continue to do this. We are under the gun, if you will, on almost every platform for controversial topics. So just bear with us there. So on top of that, on top of the weapon, we know that there's been a lot going on here. We have a 30-part series on Erika Kirk and this case. There have been inconclusive ballistic matches in terms of the deformed fragments that just dropped. Forensic experts have repeatedly explained that this is totally normal. It's not. So the internet, we also have some things to say. We've heard from Joe Kent, who said that he does not believe that Tyler Robinson acted alone. He thinks that there was some sort of foreign interference, and he went on record saying that he would be willing to testify in his defense. We've seen a whole lot of stories like this come out. We also, from the beginning, have been a little skeptical of the text messages between Tyler Robinson and his alleged lover, roommate. To me, those text messages look a lot like two cops in some small Utah suburb said, hey, ChatGPT, can you write some deranged text messages between two lovers confessing to something that checks all these boxes? And I think that's what it spit out. That's just my take. You could have one too. I'd love to hear what you think. But the point here is a lot of people on the internet are saying she did it. Okay, so put a pin in that. And to understand why the internet is, we're all losing our minds over here, we got to go back to the beginning. So Charlie Kirk, founder and leader of Turning Point USA, was in September 2025. The official story is that the shooter was caught and the justice system is doing its thing. We know that he turned himself in. There was a confession. The true crime community also has a lot to say. There's an alternative narrative out there, but let's take a look at some of the evidence that has led the judge and jury of the internet to point to Erika Kirk. So there was a Zoom call that went down less than 2 weeks after Charlie's death. And on this leaked Zoom call, it showed Erika smiling. She was upbeat. It was like she had just gotten back from brunch. She was as chipper as they get. And then as soon as that Zoom call started, it was a switcheroo into a totally different persona. And she was kind of trying to give this pep talk, this emotional pep talk. And it just came across so deeply insincere and sinister that it all kind of fucked us up a little bit, dare I say. So that was one thing. And then we also, the memorial at State Farm Stadium, Trump, Vance, Rubio, RFK Jr., Erika Kirk stood up and publicly forgave Tyler Robinson. To a lot of people, this was a massive red flag because she failed to really kind of like acknowledge any sort of social norms, and she just managed to make a lot of us feel deeply uncomfortable. Again, let me know what you think. And then within also days, she took over Turning Point USA as CEO. She got the power, the influence, financial control. And from that point forward, she hasn't met a camera. She didn't speak into a mic on. And she has made a bunch of money. She's been peddling books. She's been on talk shows. She's been on late night, every stage you can think of, specials we never asked for. So you stack those together and people are feeling weird. And conspiracy theorists have a lot of material to run with. You're not going to believe what comes next, but today's episode is brought to you by Cozy Earth. So while Erika Kirk is out here managing an escalating PR nightmare, the rest of us, we're just trying to survive getting through Mother's Day without a panic attack. So dog moms like yours truly, people moms, I see you. I wear Cozy Earth's robe when the news makes my eyes twitch because people are always asking me, hey, Lauren, how do you say calm covering such absolute absurdity? Honestly, it's the robe. I put it on in the slippers, I exhale, and the world feels like just 10% less unhinged, and we'll take it. And these robes, they have pockets, 100-night free trial, and a 10-year warranty. So head over to CozyEarth.com and use code Lauren, that's Loren, for 20% off. This is for a limited time. Treat the moms in your life and enjoy and relax. So back to the circus. So this is the moment that the public appearances started getting weird. We had a Phoenix rally. Erika recently got full WWE style with her entrance.
Please welcome Turning Point USA CEO and Chair, Erika Kirk.
It was heavy EDM strobe lights. There was a pink American flag projection. And of course, naturally, it went down at a megachurch. She introduced Donnie Dump. She praised him. And then unprompted, while standing right next to him, she told the crowd she's going to get J.D. Vance elected as the 48th president in 2028.
To get my husband's friend, J.D. Vance, elected for 48 in the most resounding way possible.
The man that nobody likes. I don't even think Republicans like him. He is the most unlikable, uncharismatic, the antithesis of Riz. And that's who we were writing for. And then she walked off. She left Trump alone on stage, swaying EDM for over a minute, looking like a guy waiting for an Uber. And he can't find him. The Uber's just circling the block. And then we were just watching it on the app. But then came the hug. We already are a little bit scarred from that moment where it was the head cross moment of J.D. Vance, where she kind of like palmed his head like a basketball. It was very awkward for all of us. But this hug was caught on camera. She was tenderly cradling Trump. And her team also, if you missed the J.D. Vance stuff, we're going to put it up on screen. I'm sorry to do this to you all, so trigger warning. But she didn't just like let this moment go. She made us all feel even more uncomfortable and doubled down on it. I think she said this on Megyn Kelly. This is my love language, holding the vice president. All of this is happening while we are waiting on pretrial updates to drop in real time. So this is where it gets really tea. A source close to Erika spoke exclusively to US Weekly, doing what anonymous PR insiders do best, talking way too much, doing no service to Erika Kirk. And this source insisted Erika Kirk canceled her last stop. And these threats were not targeted at the venue and that they had full confidence in the Secret Service to keep J.D. Vance safe. In fact, they said there was absolutely no reason to cancel the event. The concern was supposedly just about Erika's ability to get to and from the venue. They threw in this line about how Turning Point USA takes security seriously to protect the kids that are attending. So far, from the perspective of a former executive who managed comms teams and crisis comms, pretty standard PR response. But the insider kept going. And this is where we get this absolute gem. The insider went on to say, this shouldn't surprise people. A woman who has been basically accused of murdering her own husband, who was somebody the world loved, is facing this is what happens. It's very clear that there's a coordinated effort here. I don't think anyone should be surprised that we ended up in a situation where it was not safe for her to go to an event that was widely publicized that she was speaking at because there were threats on her life. Okay, let's just read that one more time, okay? Her own team casually deployed accusations as contextual padding to a quote that they gave to a tabloid. They put that on the record. They are not like even denying the rumors. They're just casually dropping in that, hey, we need to explain beyond a scheduling conflict. She needs to go into hiding because pressure is mounting so intensely about her murdering her husband, who everyone loved, and doesn't seem to share that same feeling about her. What? Okay, so if you think that's bad, wait till you hear what she did next. So meanwhile, CBS cited a Secret Service source confirming that they were aware of 0 credible threats. Vance was briefed that it was safe and went anyway. So her official excuse had a Secret Service-sized hole in it. And her team made it so much worse by confirming it in print that half the internet thinks she's a black widow. Okay? So she's in hiding, right? Her life is in too much danger to travel to a secured Secret Service venue. Mark your calendars because Erika Kirk and JD Vance are scheduled to appear together at Ohio State University on April 30th. She's coming out of hiding. It's too dangerous for her to travel 10 days ago, but it's completely fine to launch a multi-state national campus tour with the same exact vice president that nobody can stand. Always a very interesting set of choices. Meanwhile, trial for her husband inches closer to this May 3rd ruling on cameras, which she wants in the room. If you're new here, we're going to keep digging in. There's a lot more where this came from. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you noticed. Let us know what's making you feel off. And again, we cannot continue to grow without your support. We got to maintain our lead on Katie Miller, but we also got to help counter some of this chaos coming out of the Turning Point USA voices on the right. So help a sister out. Hit like, hit subscribe. Find us wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a little rating. Leave us a comment there. Save, share, sub, whatever you do. And we'll be back with more.